What's going on, guys? This is Ketchup here once again, and it's going to be Dragon Ball FighterZ launch week. We've been playing a whole bunch of this game offline and, at home. And now I'm home, I've been in training mode and trying out a bunch of different things. A player by the name of Tien on Twitter shared a Tien touch of death he found against Android 16. It's super sick, and he's one of the first characters in the game that has been discovered to have a solo kill by himself. And basically, as Tien is my favourite character in the game, I was able to replicate it and find ways to make it work and variations you can do against different characters. This video is, for the best of my abilities, I'm going to try and show you guys how it works, how to kill by yourself with Tien, and more importantly, how to do it against other characters. So first of all, I'm going to do the combo in question. It requires Sparking Blast because you need the ability to combo off the Ki Blast, basically. You need the ability to combo off that via a forward dash. So let me just show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So this is the combo in question. You do the level 3 tri-beam and you just hold it down and charge it and charge it and charge it, and this will do the true 100%. It's quite complicated, but to be honest, you essentially just have to break down exactly what the combo was, and we're going to reset and we're going to get Android 16 back in so I can kind of demonstrate a few things. You're pretty much going to take this combo and you're going to break it down piece by piece, and I'm going to try and explain annotations the best way I can. I'm still pretty new to the anime game notation, so I do apologize there. I'm going to be a bit of a scrub, you're going to have to bear with me, but that said, the start of the combo involves doing a standing medium punch, and then you jump cancel it into up towards light, and then you do S. So you do your S for the Ki Blast, and then after the Ki Blast you forward dash into medium heavy, and it looks like this. Right? That's the beginning, that's the basic, that's how you're going to start things off. Now, the second part of the combo is going to be low light, or 2L, I guess, if you're into that notation. Low light, standing light, and then a second standing light to get this. After that, you're going to do standing medium, low medium into regular Ki Blast. And with this all put together, it's going to look like this. Right, that's part 2. So we're going to go into part 1. Part 1 of the combo is going to be... And then part 2 of the combo is going to be this. Now, here's where things get a little bit complicated. It gets a bit confusing at first that it looks like you almost get a third double jump, but you don't. The way this works is after the Ki Blast, you do an instant forward dash cancel after the jump. So you do an instant jump forward, essentially, and then do light medium in the air. It knocks them up high enough, and then you follow it up with a light chain into your heavy launch. So that will look like this when you put things together. And that's basically the end of the combo. Don't worry, I'll break that down as well. But essentially what we're doing here is we're going to be going standing medium, down medium, Ki Blast, instant forward dash cancel off that forward jump into light medium. And then we pick him back up. And if you pick him up, Tien automatically has a light punch in the air. And my battery's low, nice. Tien has an automatic jump in the air that hits twice. And then you press another light to get the light chain. So it's light, light, and then you're heavy. So again, it looks like this. And then you do down heavy to get the launch. After the launch, it's pretty much predominantly Tien's auto chains because it knocks you high up into the air. Doing regular chains will knock them down, and of course doing auto chains knocks them up. You want them to move up. So after the launch, we basically go, you go for the supercharge, which is your R2 or RT, depending on what console you're on. And then after the launch, you go light, light, down, up, and then your second double jump to do light, light, light. So again, we're going to put that together. Launch, charge, light, light, down, up, and then we do that at the end. And that's basically how we end things. So again, we're going to put things together, and we're going to try and piece the entire combo together. Oh, we're going to try and get the instant jump. And then, of course, we end it with our level 3 Neo Tri-Beam, which is down back R1 or down back RB, I think, on Xbox One. Sorry, getting a little bit confused here for the annotations. But basically, I've tried to make it as basic as possible to get that combo down, and that's how you achieve the 100%. Where things get a little bit more complicated is that you won't be able to do it against every character in the game. Against someone like Nappa, it may seem like he's going to be big enough, but as you'll notice here, we're not going to be able to get... We're going to get the key blast, but we're not going to get the dash medium. That won't work at all. It just straight up won't work, essentially. Now, we can do something else. Against these big characters where the key blast will still hit and we can get a forward dash, we're simply going to go for a jump in light instead. Now, you can keep things really easy here and honestly just mash the light. And as you can see, we can essentially do that instead. And jumping lights will work on every character. Every character I've tested with so far where you're able to go jumping light key blast, every time that will hit someone, you are going to be able to do an instant forward dash into essentially mashing the light punch. And you will get those light confirms. And of course, because Tien, one of his lights hits twice, it's specifically easy to hit confirm that into the main part, which I'm going to go into. Every character in the game is going to be opened up by the ability to do medium, low medium key blast into instant jump dash cancel. That will work against everyone I've tested it on. So basically, this is the main thing you're going to need to get practice on. The instant jump into forward dash cancelled into a light medium is very tricky to do at first, but it's going to be worth doing in the long run because it leads to massive damage even by itself. Now, you may go, right, that's off standing medium, that's not going to hit anybody. You're right, no one should be getting hit by a regular medium punch. That's why you can confirm the light medium sequence off things that would cause a mix-up. So, with that said, when you're in your sparking blast, you can cancel your overhead into an instant forward dash into a jump in. So with Tien in mind, you can get another full combo following the same kind of system. And I'll try not to drop it this time. There you go, you get the idea. You can actually obviously get the full combo off that, but that was just my execution at the end. But as you can see, we can get a full combo off that as well. And it is really neat. You can get a decent chunk of damage for them not blocking overhead. There we go. I was being a little bit stubborn there. I was like, I know I can do it, so I'm going to do it. But that's all damage for getting hit by the overhead. And the same thing can come from the low. You just do two low lights into a standing medium, right? We can get the standing medium, which naturally means we're going to be able to get his entire sequence, in fact, off the low. It's going to scale accordingly, but we are going to get it. It's going to scale a lot, but even just doing a regular level 3, we won't let it rock all the way. That's still well over half-life for a light confirm again. So essentially what I'm trying to get at here is this combo and this extension of combos involving his Sparking Blast, it works against pretty much most of the cast. The final thing I'm going to talk about is a character it won't work against, like Goku Black, for example. Now, Goku Black, he may look tall enough to hit by it, but I guess maybe it's his on-hit animation or something like that. You'll notice that we can't get the Key Blast. Even the light won't connect. So this won't work against every character in the game to get the opener, which involves the jump cancel into light, into the key blast, into the forward dash, etc, etc. That is not going to work against everyone. However, you are going to always be able to cancel into this. And that will hit everyone. So regardless of what happens, you're going to be able to cancel into his standing medium, crouch medium, and then you get your instant forward dash cancel into light, medium, and then, you know, the follow-up, the ender, as it were, with those chains. And this is pretty much the entire sequence. The final thing I'm going to show is that this actually works anywhere on screen also. I'm doing it in the corner purely because it's just easier, but someone like 16, we're going to go for the 100% again. And as you'll see, we did it mid-screen, in essence, but the entire combo works once more, and we can once again get the one-hit KO on Android 16. The 100% seems to only work on him, but as you can see against someone else, so we have to go for a variant. It's still as good as 100%, it's just not all the way. The only difference, we're going to tag Android 16 back in so I can demonstrate. The only difference mid-screen is that instead of going for a jump towards light key blast, which you'll not, for the most part won't combo. We can somewhat combo, but it side switches, and it's a bit of a funny angle. We are able to do neutral jump, so neutral jump light rather than jump towards light. So a neutral jump light allows the whole thing to combo naturally. And as you can see, we can get the entire extension. This applies again for the variations. So we're going to go against someone like Nappa, who is tall enough for the key blast to hit, but not tall enough to get the entire sequence. This will work against him as well. And we're going to get the lights. And of course, if you're slightly slow on that, the instant jump won't work, but you get the idea. I'm trying to sort of demonstrate the idea here. And again, mid-screen, finally, we're going to go to Goku Black, the character where the jump in doesn't work. And again, I'm going to demonstrate that the beam does, in fact, work. We'll go for one more time. This is definitely the trickiest bit of the combo, in fact. There you go. We'll just go for a level 1 because, bam, big damage. The instant jump into light medium is the hardest part of the combo, and it's worth getting used to. But that said, I believe that's actually going to be everything I was trying to get at. Of course, this is just the idea of the death combo. It's going to be a little bit of a long video, but to be honest, it's actually quite complicated, and there are lots of things at work. So finally, just to recap, Sparking Blast only, because you need the ability to dash cancel out of your key blasts, or jump cancel as well. It's probably a more accurate term. You can probably do both while you're in this mode. So against characters it works, you do your jump in into the key blast forward dash, and against characters that it won't work against, it will always be able to do medium, low medium into your key blast or your standing S into instant jump, and then that's the execution right there. Finally, my last little bit of advice when you do your standing key blast is your jump cancel is up forward, as you can see, and then you just simply press your forward motion as if you were just doing a regular instant air jump, and that is essentially the execution that you're looking at, as you can see right there, and then you just instantly do your light medium. So a little bit complicated, but by all means it's worth doing. It turns Tien into an absolute 1v1 beast. The damage he can do is insane, and if you have the execution to pull off these death combos, and you know more importantly what characters it works against and the variations that you have to go for, it can make your Tien anchor really scary, to be honest with you. And that's all there is to it. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed things, and let me know what you think. Take care, and I'll see you later.